Hey everyone, welcome back, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I am so excited for today's video because I wrote a book. I am so excited to share it with you guys. It is called Blackfish, From Planet to Park. Here is a close-up. Sorry, the lights are glaring. Let's see, there we go. Blackfish, From Planet to Park. It is a children's book, and I did write it myself and self-publish it. So I wanted to get on here and just announce it to everyone and kind of tell the story of how and why I decided to write this book and all the thought that went into it and what my goal is for the book and things like that. So if you want to hear about it, just keep on watching. So I work part-time as a substitute teacher, and I work in all grade levels, and I was in an elementary school one day and I was helping, and I think it was a third grader, put his things into his backpack to get ready to go home for the day. And I looked at one of his books that I had, and it was called Out and About at the Aquarium. And of course, being nosy and obsessed with whales and dolphins, I looked through it, and I'll insert some pictures here. It talked about whales and dolphins, but it was all about them doing tricks in an aquarium and in a tank, and I was just so shocked that this was a school library book. And I immediately thought to myself, we can't teach our young children that this is okay and that this is normal for these animals, and that jumping through hoops and bouncing balls on their noses and things like that are normal behaviors for them. So at that point, I decided I want to write a children's book to get into elementary schools and to counteract those types of books, to, you know, give them the correct information and how they are supposed to view these animals and how these animals are supposed to live. So here's another example. I actually went to Texas a couple weeks ago, Galveston Island, and I picked up this book right here. It is called Danny and Daisy, A Tale of a Dolphin Duo. And it's pretty much the same thing as I just described. I mean, it's saying how, you know, he needed to be saved from the ocean. It shows how he is captured in a net and, you know, taken to the beach, and he's put into an aquarium and he's homesick, but then he gets used to it and things like that. And this is also another children's book. It wasn't in a school, it was just in like a grocery store, but I couldn't believe I found that, because I found that right after I had self-published my book on Amazon. So if you saw my other video, I have a vlog style video about the Miami Seaquarium. I went there last year and I visited Lolita, which is the orca that they have there, and I also looked at, you know, the dolphins they have there, and pretty much just investigated the park. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because I got such a good response from that video. It's still getting views and comments, so please keep sharing that, and please share this with your friends as well. So back to the story of how and why I wrote the book. So I saw that children's book in the school, and I was like, this is not okay. I want kids to learn about these animals the right way, because if they don't, then they're just going to grow up and think that, oh my gosh, I want to go see them in the aquarium, instead of saying, oh my gosh, I want to go on a whale watch trip or a dolphin tour or something like that. And there wasn't anything written, so I decided to write it. So this is my book. You can see it's pretty big. I designed the whole thing. This is a picture of Lolita that I took with my own camera while I was at Miami Seaquarium. I made this whole design on my own computer. This picture is actually from the one and only makeup video I did on YouTube. It was the only, you know, like professional looking picture I had already uploaded to my computer and ready to go, so I just decided to use that. A little bit of info about the book. It is about 45 to 46 pages. It is 46 pages of read. It's a very easy read, and it's great for really all ages. I would say first grade up, you know, 0 to 99 years old, you know what I mean? And it is completely based off of the Netflix documentary Blackfish. Now, I say it's based off of that because it's the same storyline, same real accounts that happen in SeaWorld from the ex-trainers that were there, but it is from a child's point of view, and it is in a format that kids will easily be able to understand. And I thought that putting it into a child's point of view would make it that much easier. And my goal is to get it into elementary schools, which it will be next school year already. I'm really excited, in my school district that I went to and graduated from. But I just wanted to make sure that I was giving them the resources where they were able to understand the concept easily. And I used real photos that I took from the Miami Seaquarium and from San Juan Islands, which I will be going to SuperPod 6 in July. Comment down below if you know what SuperPod 6 is. Want to know what SuperPod 6 is, you can go to orcasuperpod.com. It's basically a gathering in the San Juan Islands off of the coast of Washington where scientists, filmmakers, activists, anyone that's basically interested in whales or dolphins gather every other year to present projects, work, film documentaries, future plans, future work that they want to do, and it has to do with wild whales and captive whales. So it's really fun. It is a hike from St. Louis to get there, but it's such a great trip. I love Washington. I love going through Seattle, so it's really great. So check that out. And maybe if you're even watching this from Washington State, come to SuperPod in the San Juan Islands. It's just a ferry ride away, and it's totally free to the public, and it's going to be a great time, and I will be presenting there. But I wanted to make this video for those of you who will not be there. This is, for example, this is the beginning of the book. I did a dedication in the front and then started the story. At first, it is from a child's point of view. The child's name is Emily. I named her Emily because my cat's name is Emily. And then it's about a daughter and a mom, and the mom's name is Miranda. That was just a random name I came up with. The child is at school, in elementary school, and her teacher shows her a video of SeaWorld and people, or in my book it's called Ocean World, and the video shows, you know, people swimming with they're not allowed to swim with the orcas anymore, but in my book, the video, the ad for SeaWorld, they're swimming with the whales, and oh, it's so exciting, and the whales and the trainers are best friends and all that kind of stuff. And she runs home to tell her mom that her teacher is going to take them on a school trip to see the whales at Ocean World, but her mom says no, she doesn't want her to go, and she won't sign the permission slip. And she's like, oh my gosh, why won't you do that? And the mom says, well, it's because I was just like you, and I actually used to be a trainer at Ocean World or SeaWorld. And then the story goes on from there, and then it ends with the mom taking the daughter to San Juan Islands to see whales in the wild, how you're really supposed to see them. It explains the whale sanctuary project. It explains all kinds of real life stuff that is going on, and then after the story is over, I put in like kind of like an information sheet where there's tons of resources and websites you can go to either donate or to learn more, or if you just wanted to do more research on the subject, I put that in there for you as well. And of course, I will have my Amazon link in the description box below. The paperback version is $10.99. The Kindle version is $2.99, I believe. And I want to explain the whole money situation really quick. So I never ever wrote this as something to get paid from. I am making very little on each book, and the little that each book, each Kindle and each paperback that's sold, I'm making very little money. You know, I'm about to start a full-time job that's completely unrelated. I'm about to start a job as a biology tutor, but I'm still going to school full-time to be a biology teacher, a high school biology teacher, so this was in no way a money-making deal for me. With that being said, a portion of all profits or proceeds that I personally receive will be donated to whale and dolphin conservation efforts. And I actually explained that on the back of the book. I didn't put a summary because I figured that based off of the Netflix documentary would be summary enough, and I feel like kids don't really read them anyway. I don't know, this is just what I decided to put on the back. The back reads, "Thank you so much for picking up my children's book. I hope this brings you an easy and fun way to learn about what really happens in marine mammal captivity. A portion of all proceeds will be donated to whale and dolphin conservation efforts. The whales and I thank you." And any donations that I make, it will be either to Center for Whale Research in the San Juan Islands, the Whale Sanctuary Project, Orca Network, Dolphin Project, just different conservation groups like that, and I would like to keep it on a rotation. But I can only donate so much because I put time and money and effort into this, and I will be keeping a portion, but a very large portion will be donated as well, and that portion depends on how many books I sell. The more that I can sell, the more that I can donate. So go ahead and click the Amazon link below and either get your Kindle version or paperback version of my book, and it is free, I believe, for Amazon Prime members that have the Kindle deal with their Amazon Prime. I'm not sure how it all works, but it's completely free if you're Amazon Prime with the Kindle deal. And I think that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Please share. All of my videos has to do with dolphins and whales and things like that. If you have any questions, please comment below. I'm not a big YouTuber or anything, so I can comment back really fast. And I will see you later. Bye.